Hello, today is April 22nd. I am doing an update for the cherry blossoms. It has been 3 weeks since these tall ones here have been put in dirt and a full week since the shorter ones have. So let's talk about that. So last week I had gone through and checked these. These still have leaves on them. The lower leaves are dead and crispy. So these are not doing great, but they're not dead either. This one too has some crispy leaves. The one that's still doing well is this one here. And this was the one that had the 3 shoots coming out of it. So one of the shoots is in one of these other ones. And then this was the short shoot, which was kind of green. Let me get this to focus. Was kind of green on the tip. And it still is, but not as green as it was. So hopefully that will still be okay. Like, it's still springy. Alright, so the other one that was planted at the same time of those is having a similar issue where it's looking kind of floppy. The lower leaves are dying. So the tall ones are not doing that great, but it has been 3 weeks, well, 2 days shy of 3 weeks. And they are still green and alive, so that's not terrible. All right, the ones that were planted last week, we've got everything looking alive. This one is doing a lot better. This one was that meh one that I first put in. It's not looking so great. The lower branches are looking, they're doing the discoloration thing, like they're dying. So this one is not looking great. This one, the leaves are kind of wilty. And this one, the leaves are a little bit wilty, but also okay. So that pot is there. Here's our second pot. So that's, keep moving the camera. So we've got everything still alive. This one's actually got some newer looking leaves on it. And this one. I think this one might actually have been the offshoot for the 3 over there. Alright, let's go to these now. Okay, so this one is pot A, which was our honey experiment. So these ones were not dipped in rooting hormone, they were dipped in honey. So it's got some, like, the leaves are still green, but it's got a little brown on the edge there, but otherwise it's still pretty alive. This one over here has some curled up leaves there, but it also has some new leaves here too. So honey seems to be taking so far. All right, this second pot, B pot, this one is the one that I soaked overnight in the rooting hormone water. So this one has some obviously issue leaves here. What is on there? I think that's a bug. It's a really weird looking bug. I don't really know what that is. It kind of looks like a bug, but kind of looks like a leaf? I don't know. I don't know what the heck that is. I'm going to take that off when I get off the video here. Anyway, we've got leaves on there. This one had green leaves and that looks pretty dead, and you can see it's discoloring here. So this one looks like it's dying and not going to take. This one over here, same thing. We've got it discoloring all the way down to here. So I think this one's going to die too. So these ones did not, these two did not like soaking in the rooting hormone. This one, not a fan based on the leaf. The water was actually a really weird brown color when I planted them, and I poured the water in there with it just so that it would get like into the soil. Okay, let me pause this and go to the next thing. Okay, here's the other thing I wanted to show. I did get my flowers into the planter here. So I really like how that came. So these are Creeping Jenny, according to the label, and they are perennial, so these were the only thing that survived my planter over winter. And I've got a few little pieces of them that I'll try to tuck in there and make sure the roots are all covered. And then I think this is lobelia. We've got snapdragons, Gerber daisy, 2 different kinds of zinnias in here. And I'll have to check the labels, see what this one is, which is down here. And on the ground next to it was dahlias. Let's see. Here it is. It's purple stock. Alright, now let's go do a check on the peas. Okay, coming up to the pea trellis here. So these are little peas coming up right there. They are looking a little wilty because I need to water them. It was a little hot today. There's like a whole row of them over there. So the ones here and there and in the center here were all planted at the same time. And let's see. Oh, we do have more over here. So there's a row right over there and right along here. So happy to see these are all coming up. There actually were no peas sprouting here this morning. So that's how fast these have popped up, which is quite amazing, to be honest with you. When I checked on them this morning, there were like 3 or 4 here. There was not an entire row right there, so that's pretty cool. Oh, and these were not here either. So this is the second batch that I planted, and you can see, I see 3 of them. I don't think this is a pea because this is red. Got some random clover, which was not here this morning either. It's amazing how fast plants will grow. Alright, let's see. There's something right there, but I don't think that's a pea either. Little sneaky things coming in here. And oh, there's another little viola that's popped up in here. So there is that. And I want to see, I had a big old toad hanging out over here earlier, and he startled me pretty well. I'm curious if he's over here again. He was about like that big, hanging out in this corner right there. So every time I come out here last summer, this toad would startle me, and I'm wondering if it's the same one because he startled me pretty well. Gave me a good eek, and my husband's like, "What's the matter with you?" Well, I got startled by the toad, the one that got me last year. Okay, so coming over here, I finally got my peony into the ground. I'm trying to walk carefully. So I got my peony into the ground today. Yay! Oh, it actually has a little bud on it, right in the top. There's a little bud right there. Yay! This was an $8 clearance plant from Walmart last year that, even though we had a drought and it hung out in the pot, it survived, surprisingly. So I've actually got this dog right here who will run right over it if given the chance. So that's part of the reason why I wasn't in a hurry to plant it. So now it's got this trellis blocking it. And then I had some chicken wire in like a 12-inch roll. So I knew it wouldn't go all the way to the ground, and I wasn't going to go crazy and make like multiple layers of it. So I put like a stick there, and I put sticks in it to make it look more imposing. So hopefully it will keep her from running over my poor peony. Alright, and I think that's pretty much all I've got for today, other than the obligatory, there's happy little violas all over the yard again. Alright, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow the updates.